While Americans have been distracted by a rich guy who got lost in a submarine, quietly in the shadows, U.S. regulators approved the sale of synthetic lab-grown meat to the American public. This is not a parody. This is not a joke. Let's get into it. In this article from the Associated Press titled, U.S. Approves Nation's First Lab-Grown Meat, Chicken Made from Animal Cells, it talks about how 2 California companies got the approval to sell this shit to us. So I'm thinking to myself, who could be that powerful to convince U.S. regulators to sell us synthetic lab-grown meat? And it's none other than our good buddy, Billy Boy Blue, who's been the primary investor in companies that are trying out different synthetic meats for us to enjoy. He's also one of the majority shareholders in Impossible Meats. So I'm thinking, this guy's just a computer wizard. He's not a nutritionist. He's not a scientist. Could he be after consolidating the food supply? I don't know. But what I do know is that Bill Gates is the largest private farmland owner in the United States. Not Jimbo, who comes from a long line of farmers, a tech billionaire. And you know what he's doing with this land? Nothing. Everything that was once growing on it. America, you should be very, very concerned right now with what is going on in the background while they keep flashing this billionaire who got lost in a submarine for the past few days, nonstop. Do you know that they just caught 123 people on the terrorist watch list trying to cross the border in Mexico? Something big is coming, or else all of the media networks wouldn't have agreed to show us this bullshit while our country is falling apart. Hey, did you get my text? What do you think about that submarine?
Non-indigenous people are the aliens.
Came from this man himself, Al Worden, Apollo 15 astronaut. Now listen to what he says, because the very words come out of his mouth is what we've been saying for a minute now. The reason why we be saying that the colonizers came and invaded and took everything from us, because y'all don't understand. They came out of nowhere. Why they come out of nowhere? Well, listen.
Finding out a lot about the other planets. The other planets are just...
What is that so important when you look at what's on in our country? Problems with the NHS, problems with this, problems back here on Earth. Tell us why we should invest so heavily in that.
Survival. Survival of the species.
Do you think eventually we'll colonize other planets and we'll leave?
Not in our solar system, because there's nothing here that will sustain us.
Listen.
We got to develop the capability to go someplace where there is another Earth, and we know that they're out there.
They've done this before.
We know that they're out there. There's no question about that. They are out there, but they're a little ways out. Maybe 3.2 light years is the nearest one, which means we got to build a machine that goes a little faster than the speed of light, and that's going to be the big key.
And do you think there's extraterrestrials out there, Al, as well?
Listen carefully.
You know, I've been asked that question hundreds of times.
Listen.
Do you believe in aliens? And I say, yeah. Have you ever seen one? I say, yeah, I have. Well, how have you seen them? Well, I said, I look in the mirror every morning.
They laughing, but he's serious.
We are the aliens, but we just think we're the thing. We just think they're somebody else, but we're the ones who came from somewhere else.
Exactly.
Because somebody else had to survive, and they got in a little spacecraft, and they came here, and they landed, and they started civilization.
Which
here.
is them.
That's what I believe. If you
believe he know.
Go get books on the ancient Sumerians and see.
Okay. It's all in the scrolls. Dead Sea Scrolls. So y'all don't understand. Let me reiterate for y'all. This realm that we are currently on used to be nothing but 100% indigenous, neuromelanated black people. Okay? Everywhere. We was everywhere. These people came out of nowhere. Okay? These people came out of nowhere from their realms. All these people, where they came from, their planet is now destroyed. White folks, white people, where they come from, their planet destroyed. So why they can't survive here no longer? Because the second sun has came back. The second sun was here before they got here, but they technology and stuff from their world they use here to change our world. We used to have 33 dimensions. We used to have more hydrogen in the atmosphere instead of oxygen, and we were taller people. We had powers and everything. They came here, made it cold, used their technology. Now we have 4 seasons when it used to be a tropical planet. What you got to understand is race is deeper than just, oh, that person's white, I'm black. No, They came from a whole nother galaxy, another solar system. Came here to ours because they had needed to survive. They time traveled. They traveled here. Like all these movies y'all seen are real, okay? They came here. They settlers. They settled here. It's in the social studies book, but they made us believe a different story. They settled here, took over. We was prisoners of war. We fought to keep our land. They took it because they thought they needed it and deserved it. They wanted to live here. We did not have 4 seasons. It was a tropical planet. We did not have these man-made holidays, and we didn't have Christianity or that white man named Jesus. They brought all of that here, and we changed our ways to live their ways. And now everybody want to live up to the Joneses. Everybody want to have kids with them and everything. We're not made of the same DNA.
I look in the mirror every morning because that's what we are.
Listen to his corny laugh.
We are the aliens, but we just think they're somebody else, but because that's what we are. We are the aliens, but we just think they're somebody else, but we're the ones who came from somewhere else. Have you ever seen one? I said, yeah, I have. Well, how have you seen them? I said, I look in the mirror every morning.
I'm telling y'all, the reason why we are the way we are now is because they took over everything. Made us learn in school so many lies, indoctrinated us, and now look at us today. Okay, but guess what? The big payback is back. The second sun is now back in our realm. They can't handle the sun. So now they want to leave this realm and planet. It went underground. The billionaires went underground. The regular smugglers can't afford to. So they got.
Can someone please explain to me why the White House ordered the Department of Homeland Security to stop doing DNA tests at the border? These DNA tests were to ensure that migrants accompanied by children were their actual parents. But now, they just get right through. Can someone please, for the love of God, tell me why the White House wants to indirectly assist in human trafficking? In this leaked internal memo, it's an order to stop doing DNA tests by May 31st. First of all, why isn't this on every major news network on a 24/7 news cycle asking, hey, White House, why? Could it be because human trafficking, per the Department of Homeland Security in their year in review document, states that it's a $150 billion industry? You see, America, we're just a bunch of bullshitters, because as they parade children across the screen on CNN in efforts to promote gun control, they bomb children across the world, and they prevent the Department of Homeland Security from running DNA tests on children at the border. Adrena, what? Is that a thing?
It actually blows my mind how nobody is talking about this. After this video, you're never going to look at Jeffrey Epstein the same again. So when you look at a picture of Jeffrey Epstein, who does he look like to you? Does he look familiar? Now, yeah, he does look like the typical white guy you'd see on the street, but he also looks oddly suspicious to someone else. Now let's check out a $20 bill. Are you guys piecing together the puzzle already? Bruh, Jeffrey Epstein, I'm literally onto you. You are not real. You are literally a vampire. You cannot tell me this is not the same person. Now it's even crazier because when you put it side by side, you literally see how they are identical. And then look, even the tiniest details are the exact same. The little line right there, you cannot make that up. Now it all makes sense how he's so rich, how he has his own island, because he's literally the man on the $20 bill, reincarnated. I know you're still watching this video too. You're not pulling a fast one on me. Hey, but I got more to say about this man, so make sure to like this video and follow me for part 2. Let's get it!
Speech. I love anybody that love my people. We heal thousands of Caucasians. They call us all the time. They was just packed in my seminar. I hugged on them, gave them high fives, took pictures and everything. So it's not about hatred. It's not about racism. It's not about none of that. It's about the facts. And the fact of the matter is you're biochemically different. So you have to eat a biochemically different, dense food. You are more bone mineral dense than everybody else on planet Earth. So since you have more mineral dense bones, then that means you need more minerals to replace the bones. Don't that make sense? You have more cells. You have 150 trillion cells. They have 50 trillion cells. You have more prokaryotic cells than eukaryotic cells. They have more eukaryotic cells than prokaryotic cells. So you come from prokaryotes, they come from eukaryotes. It's a difference. You need sugar. They can eat fats all they want. They can eat meat all they want. But guess what you need? You need sugar because you are a frugivore by nature.
I have always liked shapeshift.
Right, well,
yes, we do consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes. Cut his chest open with broken glass and be like, take my soul. Let me bleed on you. Maybe not exactly like that, but a version of that has happened many times.
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
Thank the devil and all the dark lords who
don't do the devil stuff.
Gave her this award, allowed her to feast on the flesh of the innocent.
Welcome to the Satanic Cult Awards, ladies and gentlemen. All hail the Dark Lord.
Good evening, godless sodomites.
What are you doing?
I'm bringing the truth, John. We're in Hollywood, the belly of the beast.
You can't just read the prompter?
I'm reading the prompter in here. You can read that pablum. It warps the minds of our children and weakens the resolve of our allies.
We're here to honor achievement in that category.
By giving you a golden idol to worship. Kneel before your God, Babylon!
Is it a gang sign? Have you,
It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati.
I am Lumino, head of the Illuminati, I suppose.
You know it, and I know it. Joe doesn't know he's alive.
because Biden doesn't know he's alive.
Biden doesn't know, he doesn't know he's alive.
Now, I have to tell you, he's a different guy. He looks different than he used to. He acts different than he used to. He's even slower than he used to be. So I don't know, but I call him 1% Joe. Joe Biden is a dummy.
It's not him. He does. So puppet. He is.
Miroir, dis-moi qui est le plus beau.
What was the scariest moment of the journey?
Scariest. It didn't happen. It could have been scary.
The darkest conspiracy theories. The Simpsons theory. The theory says that the elites use the show Simpsons to unveil secret plans. This may sound ridiculous at first, but if you look deeper, you can understand it. This is the reason why The Simpsons seemingly predicted that much events, and why they managed to do it that often. Even the recent submarine event was predicted by The Simpsons. Just a coincidence? Or is there really more to it?
I really can't believe that people can't remember this. He gave them a list.
Time on was cyber and cybersecurity. I talked about the proposition that certain critical infrastructure should be off limits to attack, period. By cyber or any other means. I gave them a list. If I'm not mistaken, if I don't have it in front of me, 16 specific entities. 16 defined as critical infrastructure under U.S. policy. From the energy sector to our...
Not just the worst president we've ever had. He's the dumbest president we've ever had. Or they're doing it on purpose, which is probably more likely the case.
Oh my God, look, a spy balloon. Oh, a submarine. Oh, Joe Biden. Ukraine. It's all a distraction. Do you not understand that? This is a very good example. Listen to me real quick. Anytime the government is up to some sketchy shit, they always take some people that have a big influence and they distract you with them. This is the latest one. They're now saying that Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg is now going to get in the ring and fight MMA. And this is not bullshit. This is actually real. Dana White, the owner or CEO of the UFC, actually come out yesterday, said he's talked to both of them and they both agreed to a cage fight. It'll be the biggest pay-per-view ever. This is a distraction. Okay? Do not watch this shit. Look what's going on when these distractions are out. Guarantee something sketchy is happening behind closed doors every time. And while they're blowing up this fight between these freaking two billionaires that don't give a shit about you, this is what's happening. As of today, June 23rd, Vladimir Putin has moved his nuclear arsenal to Belarus in an attempt to attack Ukraine with a nuclear weapon. They are hiding war is what's going on. These big distractions, they are hiding war. Something is coming. They do not want people to panic. All I have to say is turn off Fox News, turn off CNN, all major mainstream cable networks, turn them off. Make sure you have a bug out bag, all your essentials, clean water, canned goods, jarred food, everything. Make sure you have it. This is not to scare you. This is only because the United States is the most vulnerable country when it comes to a EMP or anything like that affecting our power grid. Because if the damn technology went to shit in this country, people would be panicked. It would be mass freaking chaos. And that's why I say turn off the cable networks, turn off everything, and watch what's going on and always be prepared.
You know the Kardashian curse? Yeah, the one that's like if you date. So there's actually lore. People found out that back in the 1800s, they had an ancestor, right? Kikil. Back then, she was like abused by her parents. She was 19 years old with a kid. Her parents didn't like her. She had all types of trauma, right? So Kikil, she fled. She ran away from her home. I think she ended up in a province in Armenia. I forgot what it's called. But in Armenia, that province is known for witches.
Yeah.
So she connected to the witches. She's like, I don't want my grandchildren in the future to have the same upbringing as me. I want you to grant them beauty, fortune, and fame, right? The witches said that they can grant them, but the only downfall is that they will never ever find true love, or they will always have troubles finding a significant other.
It's like a curse that comes with it.
Yeah. I believe it because, fam, the Kardashians, look what happened to Kanye, fell out of love. Pete fell out of love, but they do have all these fame and fortune.
Yeah, fam.
Is that what I think it is?
Hero, thieves and beggars now.
Celebrities using babies to stay young.
Of Oprah's favorites, she says it's a miracle fountain of youth and her magic wrinkle cure. So I'm gonna put a little on your hand.
I'd do that. Oprah did.
Yeah, Oprah did it. All right, so here, we're gonna rub it right in.
How come it's red?
I'll show you in a sec, Steve. So this is made from growth hormones of human
Look,
force.
the wrinkles has just disappeared. I can't even ball my hand up.
But so it's made from human foreskin. I'm sorry, Steve.
Boyfriend have been in a good relationship for quite a moment now. A few years.
Yeah, for 7 years.
Now he's an early 30 and you're a late 50.
Yeah.
But somehow you both look the same age there. I mean, you know, there's something to be said for being with a younger man.
I suck baby's blood. And put it on my face.
Well, it's this way in which one forces through microneedling. It's like a little roller with these. Some of you, I think many of you know it. And it pushes through the skin and ruptures the collagen, and then boosts it. You look like a burn victim for a day, but then it pushes.
What are you pushing into the skin, Sarah?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person. Far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
I leave the plasma on my skin for a day and then wash it off the next day. It gives me the most amazing smooth glow. I'm going to continue to do this forever. It's my preferred anti-aging method.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities, the El Paso, Las Cruces communities, Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about the trouble and trend of irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
Plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.